gotta hit the big green button, I think.
Now we're on. There's two buttons. There's two buttons.
It said we're live. It said we're live.
Yes, we are. Now we are live. Oh man. Well, I got to introduce you. Can you guys hang? Listen to that trailer again. Do you mind?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. This is for people who've been waiting to a blank screen. This is the Baron Von Video semi-live cast. As long as I press the right buttons, then we're golden. So awesome. This is the cast of the web series L'MaM Gang. And I just wanted to play this little trailer to introduce everybody. Here we go. Okay, yeah, nice intro, guys, and this is the fine gentleman who arranged and performed, Martin Trammell. He does rock and blues kind of music normally, but he took this thing and he just made it extra funky. I just gave him my 4 lines and he delivered a really fun little tune. So I want to give him a special shout out. So one of the things I wanted to ask you guys about before we get into maybe some of how it was on location and whatnot, I've been amazed. I've been into video for quite some time, but it's fairly new to kind of the filmmaking stuff. You know, did some more corporate type videos, and as I get into the more narrative videos, I'm just amazed at how much talent there is in the local areas. And Pat, I know that you are a member of the Inland Empire Filmmakers Collective. Is that correct? and I see you've muted yourself in case you start echoing. Okay, so if anybody has questions for Pat, just make them yes or no questions, okay? and we'll be fine. We'll
just type them in the comments.
And there was another one called the Desert Empire Film Foundation, and I fairly recently found out about them, but I was just kind of wondering what you guys' experiences in some of these, filmmaking groups, or Pierre, perhaps you in an acting group. Chris, I'm sure I don't know how tied into the filmmaking community you are. And Miranda, I guess you'd probably be more in the acting and the improv kind of space.
Yeah, I'm in the improv spaces. I'm in the theater spaces. I'm a little bit in the film spaces, not as much as I'd like to be, but I've done some fun stuff locally with like the 48-Hour Film Festival. That was with Chris. That was a great experience. Kind of similar to this one in terms of feeling really collaborative, and you feel like the pressure's on, but in a really positive, motivating way. So you feel energized, but not stressed out, if that makes sense. For me as an actor, at least. I didn't have to be behind the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So you found because there must be some degree of pressure when you do theatrical stuff, no?
Oh, yeah, but the thing with theater is you get so much rehearsal, and that really takes a lot of the stress out of it. Like, there might be it kinda gets dispersed throughout the process and let out continuously as you go on. So by the time you're doing it with an audience, you've done it so many times a live audience is stressful, but I guess it's just a different type of stress than having just a couple of takes to nail it that you do with like film and TV.
Right. Huh. Yeah. So, Chris, is that kind of been your experience as well?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not really familiar with the film groups in the area, but when it comes to performing theatrically and also filming, I think it's actually a little flipped for me because the process of, well, I'm usually behind the camera, so the process of doing theater and everything is pushing towards those performances, and you really can't change that date of a performance. You're stuck with that, so you have to be ready on those days when opening day comes. But when it comes to film, at least when you're behind the camera, you're the filmmaker, you can call in extra days. you can you can edit it for as long as you'd like. You can do reshoots. So that kind of feeling, it feels a little bit more comfortable with the comparison there, like with what Miranda was saying.
Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah. I mean, Chris, you're similar to me in that you're writer, director, behind the camera, editor. You do a little bit of all of that, and the acting part, is that kind of natural to you, or is it just you just kind of plug yourself into another zone when you're acting?
Oh wow, good question. I think I just sort of try to live the character, kind of method, a little Stanislavski-esque. So it's kind of fun to be on set and sort of pretend like you're the character the entire time. So that can help you, so that when cameras are rolling, there's not much switching that has to happen. I find that to be extra energy to go from myself to the character. So as a filmmaker who's also an actor, that switch takes a lot of energy. So I just like to stay in the character if I can.
Yeah.
When I'm on, just walk on set, that's the guy. That's what you're going to be filming. So if I'm playing some horrible Grinch monster, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd be pretty difficult to deal with if I'm playing some horrible monsters. So I'd just stay in my trailer or whatever.
and Pierre, what you seem to like, click in with the filmmaking thing pretty quickly. Was that how does that compare to your theater? You've done mostly theater, and
Yeah,
a little bit of
I'm mainly a theater
filmmaking.
guy. And so, but don't let Miranda or Chris talk too quietly about their amazing talent on stage. They are both phenomenally talented in terms of just performing and in doing musicals, singing and dancing. Chris can tap and all the things like that. So Chris is fantastic. I mean, if you've seen,
I used to tap.
You've seen him play Bert in Mary Poppins, you'll get it, right? He plays that role, which is kind of an everything role. So I've seen Chris. I've performed with Chris. We've done probably, 6-7 shows together, more. And we've produced and directed shows together as well. So I work with Chris a lot. My experience in film is just limited to maybe a half dozen projects where I've been doing theater for 12 years, 15 years.
Yeah, Pierre, you've been doing a lot of theater. Pierre really shines when it comes down to Shakespeare. That's what he really took to.
Yeah, that's become my thing. I've kind of migrated from starting with the Disney musicals into more serious stuff, and then more recently, Shakespeare has become my thing, and now I'm doing more straight plays. So I've done the musicals and I've done the straight plays as well. Film's interesting though. I think there's a different kind of a pressure, because in theater, there's no retakes. There's no shooting it from 5 angles. It's like that's the experience, and actors have this love-hate of being on stage. They love it when they're doing it, but they kind of hate the process, and there's so much anxiety going into that it kind of there's this weird balance between that. And I've heard a lot of actors say it's kind of this philosophical thing. You know, they hate it and love it equally as much, and it's this incredible, but it's incredibly rewarding to do something on stage in front of a live audience.
A lot of directors actually like the process because that's the
Yeah.
only time they're working.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. But seriously, the film thing is interesting.
No,
Because
I'm just Baron. I'm talking about theater. I'm talking about theater.
Yeah, you talk about theater. Talk about theater.
Because
No, but
director on a film, that's a constant job because you're in the editing room, you're in pre-production, you're on set for every single thing. You know, because some actors on set, they don't have to be in every scene. Director's there for everything.
Everything.
yeah. I guess that's just kind of comes back to that. Talking about getting in that zone.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
I can't speak for any other director, but I think it helps a lot. I had a pretty strong vision for how I wanted, the various scenes to unfold. So it kind of made it of course I need to do this, and then of course I need to do that. So it wasn't much to struggle with. I was just like, following what needed to be done. So,
But didn't you sort of lay out that map as well, though? The map of what needed to be done is something you worked on to lay out, because I know you had storyboards. So that would mean that you were the one who put in the work in order to make your work less work.
yeah. I guess it's kind of like I would equate it to, you guys prepping for theater. That kind of thing. You're getting very prepped. So when you're actually on, then, you feel, I'm guessing you're pretty comfortable at that point with what you're going to then perform. Right. So I guess for
I
a
just have to
director,
tell you,
it's the same
Baron,
kind of thing.
you're working with you as a director, and in terms of being organized, is atypical. Working in theater, you can show for rehearsal, a 4-hour rehearsal, and they use you for 5 minutes. It can be very organized like yours, but oftentimes, especially in community theater, it's not as well planned out. So that was one differentiating thing for me. Is I showed up, I knew the scenes we were working on, I knew the sequence they were being shot in, and stuff like that. Whereas in theater, we're like, okay, we're doing a run, and then we maybe only get through a couple of scenes, and then you're not even in the scene. You just kind of go home at the end of the night. So it's a kind of a different experience, and it's not always the case. I work with some directors who are like, we don't need you these days, I need you to do these hours. That's fantastic, but very often it's happened. It's just.
What do you think that is? Is it just that the director kind of just needs to keep seeing things on the stage until they're comfortable with what they want, or?
And I mean, when I've directed, I've been very, very respectful of people's time, and I only call them when I know I'm going to need them for a scene, and then we run that scene specifically. Or if we're doing a run through, then I'll need everybody. But if I don't need you for that night, I won't call you. And some directors, I need everyone here, and they only use 4 people the whole night. So, that happens. It just happens. But it was awesome working with you. Coming back to what we did, was knowing exactly. We shot it over a couple of weekends, and it was very, very tight in terms of the scheduling, getting everything done. So that was amazing, and it was really fun experience. I've done other movie projects also, which were not like that, where I have sat around for 8 hours and shot for 5 minutes of the day as well. So, so again, kudos to you for being the captain of the ship and keeping us aligned and knowing exactly the angles you wanted and the things you wanted to shoot. And that was really positive experience. So.
Yeah. I think there's kind of a middle ground for low budget filmmakers.
Yeah.
You kind of have to get it done, so your priorities are different.
Yeah.
But hey, if there's any producers out there that want to hire me out for millions of dollars, I'll waste lots of time like everybody else does.
We'll take a 6-figure payday. It's okay.
Yeah. So, so Pierre, you met Chris on a stage production.
Yeah. We met when we were both cast in Guys and Dolls, probably about almost 10 years ago at this point, maybe more, maybe 11, just like 2015, somewhere around there.
That was a
Yeah,
great time.
and we Guys and Dolls, and Chris played a lead role. I played a smaller role like that, but it was phenomenal. And then we just did a bunch of shows together, just because we move in the same circles, same theater circles. The Inner Empire theater circle, especially out here, is fairly small, and there's a certain kind of character that, like, well, we should probably definitely get Chris to do this. And that's why when we were talking, I'm like, I need kind of a filmmaker, kind of a nerdy kind of a guy who can play that kind of a character. And I'm like, Chris, right there, you know.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Chris can play any kind of a role. So you could be like, I want you to play like an evil bad guy, or I want you to play like a nerdy guy. So Chris can do anything, you know.
This
and
character,
yeah, go, Chris.
the character of Kurt was luckily me. It was just me, just a sort of film nerd, filmmaker nerd guy.
That's awesome.
With glasses and just sort of always trying to get a good shot, talking about angles. I don't know. It wasn't too much of a stretch for me. So it was good casting by you and Pierre. I guess Pierre had a big hand in casting.
Yeah, Pierre was the whole thing. And Miranda, had you met Pierre soon? I know you knew Chris through improv, right?
Chris and I met through doing Evil Dead the musical, actually.
Oh,
and then,
nice.
And then Elf the musical. So yeah, through musicals, and then improv came later.
2 film musicals.
I know, it's crazy. And then Pierre, I can't remember how we met. I know it was through theater, but how did we meet?
I do.
Wow,
I remember like an elephant. I'm only wearing the glasses to look smart, by the way. I'm not, I'm usually just a meathead. That's why I'm wearing my World's Gym t-shirt.
Do you guys think it works?
So I'd known Chris for a long time, at least 6 years or something, and then I was involved in a production of Little Women, and Miranda came in and was in the original cast, and this was kind of during COVID-ish, and then it was, unfortunately, Miranda you had to drop from the cast because I think you had some kind of an illness or something like that.
I was concerned about getting sick because it was the very beginning of COVID.
Yeah, that was possibly part of it. Yeah. So we did anyway, but it was at that time period in Riverside, I'm sure you remember. And then
that's when I felt like I'd known you so much longer.
Maybe, but that was the first time that I had seen you, because I think you came to a few rehearsals and stuff. And then the next time we were doing another movie where you were painted green, and if you were evil. Anyway, so we kind of worked together on that one. I think everyone all of us besides Baron were involved in that. Actually, you were involved in that, Baron, as well. So it was a space-themed, rhymes with star mech, I guess.
Yeah, trademark. Don't.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so then I actually got to physically work with Miranda for the first time. And
that's right.
I think you guys remember each other from before because you guys walked past each other at the mall 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that must have been it. That's right. Yeah, I saw Pierre playing a Vulcan. Was it a Vulcan? Yeah. And
a Vulcan.
This was a project that Pat was kind of spearheading, and you directed that particular day's worth of shooting, I believe. And I was just behind the camera, so I didn't know, anybody there. But I remember Pierre, and when I wrote a science fiction short story, Pierre was just like, he was just like the perfect guy for this role. So I remembered him from that. And that's right. We did that little trailer, and yeah,
I still want to do that. That was cool. That was a cool story.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, sci-fi's my jam. That was my
Yeah.
jam. We need to fight some aliens though. Combat scenes.
No, yeah, it's that you pairing with that very short other actor, Aaron Neota, is just something that has just like I can't get it out of my head. I can see you guys in these scenes.
Let's do it.
You know, just like you
Let's
up
do it.
here and Aaron down here. You know, walking down the halls of the space station. I mean, I can just see it, the whole thing. You
I
know?
love it. Let's do it.
But yeah, Pat has been involved in quite a few of these things. And Pat, I'm guessing, have you known the other? I can't remember if I asked you this. Do you know? I know you know Pierre. Did you know Chris and Mirinda before we started?
All three through the science fiction.
And Pat's still echoing, so we get to hear Pat twice every time she speaks.
Yeah.
Twice as nice.
Nice. Okay. Oh, and I'm sorry, Pat, I didn't ask you a yes or no question.
Oh, so okay, yes or no question. Pat, did you know us before we shot the movie? Nod or shake your head. Yeah, we met.
Which movie?
No, the previous one we spoke about when Mirinda was green. So yeah, so we all met through that process over there, through that one. Over there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, see that's part of the thing. This is again very new to me, even though it's I want to get more involved in the filmmaking community, and yeah, I'm just like every time I
Finally.
Oh,
I know I'm a terrible networker. Let's
Networker.
But yeah, I'm just amazed at how many talented people that have just been, you know, right here in my own backyard. So that makes me even more excited about doing projects. Is you know just that whole process of finding out who can do this and that, and I'm really looking forward to finding some people who can do makeup effects. So I may hit you guys up at some point about if you know anybody that does that kind of thing. Simple prosthetics and applications,
people.
that kind of thing.
We know people who went to college for that kind of stuff. So and professionals. So we have those connections on stage. When you do theatrical productions, you usually bring in people that are highly skilled at that to create special characters and stuff like that. So I have a couple of people that we could connect with. I'm sure Chris knows more than I do.
I know at least one.
Mm.
Good. Yeah, that's going to play a big part if I, in the future, doing more science fiction related stories. There's a couple of stories in particular I want to do that are going to take somebody that knows what they're doing. And has everybody here? I think some of you have gone to school. I'm completely self-taught as far as everything. So there's like technically I'm probably the least technical director and DP that you'll ever meet, but
I don't know. You did pretty awesome. You could have fooled me.
Yeah.
You're well organized and you knew what the shots to have and those kinds of things, and the show looks great. So
just from a technical aspect, like getting to know Chris, you're probably familiar with this, like getting very comfortable with your camera, and I don't know how much into it you go, because there's obviously different levels of this, but like I don't even white balance. Okay,
oh
right?
yeah.
And I'm not checking the zebras, and I'm not checking the waveforms, and right, like if it looks good in the monitor, it's like I'm fine because I'm going to color grade in DaVinci anyway. So unless it looks terrible, I can pretty quickly get something that I think is going to work.
I understand.
But yeah, these guys, I just got to say again, it was a whole lot of fun working with everybody. Everybody just like jumped in, and there were portions of the shots that required some improvisation. Didn't have the specific lines, all written out, and these guys just ran with it.
I mean, I think at a certain point you were like, okay, guys, just pull it back in a little bit. For our script, you let me and Chris loose.
It's good to be.
We'll just keep going.
No,
It's good to be
Yeah.
pulled
I
back.
have hours and hours of you guys improving. I'm gonna release that as a separate film at some point, and we'll see that.
Yeah,
But,
that's
but
really good.
speaking of which, I thought I would
Cool.
show this little thing to give people a little bit of an idea of some of what we went through on the shoot. It was like literally, it was like 2.5 days. We rocked on that thing. So let's show a little bit of this so you can get a feel for it.
Here we are on set, doing a whole lot of nothing.
We're acting for this. Oh, sorry about that. I'm getting the side table here.
Chris,
There we go. There we go. We're working today.
I'm directing. Oh, I like that. Move we made there.
Well, we're gonna be
Yeah, you know, getting it through the door.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
be-
go this way.
No, strip it from the
Because it
whole
might
part.
come off its little.
Yeah, just pop it up.
You guys got it?
Yeah,
What's up? It's an action shot.
You want this in the shot, right?
Yeah.
This way. I have one of these for when I do the verticals.
And I'm just gonna follow with you, Miranda, so don't worry about, like trying to. Okay.
Sorry. That was me.
Okay, here we go.
Hold for sound.
We are rolling. On your mark, get set, action.
Hey, I think I found it. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, now, where is that? Oh, hey, this is it. Look at this.
Where in the world did you find that thing?
No, that was fine. I almost stopped you. I gotta get in a more.
I remember that scene.
position for when you come around.
It's my secret shack.
There is a swing over there.
It's our clubhouse.
It's my secret swingers shack.
Only boys allowed, no girls.
Secret swingers shack?
Yep.
That makes sense.
Sorry I asked.
What we found.
Pat started it.
No girls.
Did you get the Cardinal scene? Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I got to show this one again. Sorry, Pat.
That's it. And go.
Here's Miguel.
Shortest road trip ever.
Yeah.
I hope so.
That was a keeper, Dave. All right, say it again.
Fun.
You have 2 hands.
I'm ambidextrous.
You have 2 hands.
Good for him
Don't hurt yourself.
coming in.
No. Safety is your number one.
see.
Okay, we're rolling. On your mark. Get set. Action.
I always knew there was aliens, man.
How did
I
you
always
know?
freaking know. No, I just knew that
You knew
there
they'd
was.
be there?
No, I don't know. I mean, if this is kind of proof of, I mean, it's just could be.
What do you mean that hand is a sign of aliens?
No, it just looked so
Yeah,
weird.
didn't
It's
you see
definitely
the
not,
hand?
definitely not human.
It was an
the
alien.
hand.
It was an
Definitely not
alien
human.
hand for sure.
No, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
Now, I think we can all admit that there's an alarming pattern in these shots. And Pat, do you have? I know you can't speak for yourself now, but she had a lot of those moments. But that was what made it so fun.
You called it a patch.
There was a lot of those, but that was one of those scenes where everybody just completely improvised that whole scene, that whole part of the scene after the dialogue was duly delivered. These guys just ran with it. So yeah, that was so much fun with you guys, man.
Oh, that's
Oh
cool.
man, I'm telling you. So there was something that I was thinking about the upcoming episodes, and I don't think I haven't talked to you guys too much about the rest of the plot, right?
No, not too much. A little bit.
Yeah, I've got like 3 more episodes pretty much written. So there's about half of it that still needs to be written, and I've got it kind of laid out to where I think it's going to work. But I thought it'd be a fun thing to do to have a contest where we could have people put in their suggestions for where you guys would transport. Let me just if nobody's seen this who's watching, I want to play this transport scene and then tell you a little bit more about this contest.
Are you ready, Solomon?
I was born ready.
okay. I think we're rolling.
Okay, gang, here goes. And action.
I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. How is this possible?
Is this a projection? It's like a VR without the headset.
It doesn't just take the perfect shot. It creates the perfect shot.
Dudes, think of what we could film with this.
Can we create any stage we want?
Let me just stop and see what happens.
So
my favorite part.
So without revealing too much of the plot, the L'MaM gang finds an alien camera. That happens very quickly, so that's not spoiling too much. But they're able to transport to places that they can collectively imagine. So I thought it would be fun to run a little contest for different places. So let me just plug that one. So I think I mentioned to you guys. Now this contest it's up on the L'MaM Gang Facebook page, where people can just leave in the comments a place that they want the L'MaM Gang to go in one of the episodes. And I've kind of laid out. I've got one episode where they're going on an adventure and it's not nailed down. So I thought it'd be fun to get some other suggestions. And I told you guys this, and I'll tell anybody that that wants to participate in this little contest that one of the places I want to go is I want to do a riff on the Fantastic Voyage, where the gang will go inside somebody's body. I mean that I can think of some jokes right there, but that's basically the place I want people to go. But it could be from, any place, any time, any dimension, it could be in outer space. So just if anybody had thought of the idea of going inside the human body, that one's already covered. But anything else is fine.
Good.
Yeah. So I want it now, Pat, maybe we can give some suggestions and you can say yes or no, but does anybody have any crazy ideas about where you could go? If I use it, I'll give you credit in the episode.
Oh.
Dinosaurs.
Oh, interesting.
A hole in the yard.
Kind of like that Netflix series with Josh Brolin.
I don't know.
Yeah, Outback Steakhouse.
How about like medieval times, like something fun like that? Travel back in time, kind of like a Ren Fair type of scenario.
Yeah. We could schedule the shoot for whenever the Renaissance Fair was around. We'd have all those free extras, right?
Yeah. Just
How about
and film stuff?
How about a pencil factory?
Oh yeah, maybe do a little riff on Eraserhead, maybe. Yeah, sure. I mean, we could be, anywhere.
A lot of people go inside the human body, but not a lot of people go inside bread.
Can't argue with that. Hey, we'd be a first. Oh, that's right. Yeah, maybe we should be more original.
Inside bread is pretty original.
Yeah, that would be.
Inside bread.
I mean, up close and personal with the yeast.
Good big tunnels and
Me and the yeast.
We'd eat our way through.
Grab a bite from the wall. Just chomp on that.
Oh, I like that scene. Yeah, I just want to do this scene where, how about this? Yeah, you guys are inside the bread and yeah, these giant teeth come in and.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's good.
And you got to get out before you get swallowed. Or maybe that's the beginning.
Oh, yeah, that's what starts the Fantastic Voyage.
That's how you get inside the body, is you get eaten.
Oh.
Maybe we can meet Osmosis Jones. Anyone? No? Okay.
I know that.
No idea.
He's in the body. He's in the body.
Oh,
in
okay.
all of ours.
That's a very weird, but I'd say underrated little animated movie, right?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I've seen it.
What happens if everybody gets the same idea except for one person?
Oh, like what happens with the Max Cam?
Well, I haven't thought the rules through that far, but I don't know.
It could be a mashup between
a mashup. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Like
Between
Star
bread and
Trek
dinosaurs.
in medieval times, or medieval times in outer space.
Sure. Yeah, you can mash those things up. Well, how about this? If people are putting the same thing, we'll have the first person that puts that idea in would be the winner. I mean, once they start
Oh,
putting the
I see.
comments in, you're gonna see what other people did. So if there just happen to be two people putting the same thing in, we'd have to give it to the first person that commented, I guess.
No, I think Pat was saying, what happens if two people with the max cam and the cast? Because you said everyone has to kind of agree on an idea, and like we have 2 or 3 different ideas. Then we aren't all filming the same film anymore. Now we're filming kind of a mashup of the different ideas from that. So the max cam goes like, I guess this person is in medieval times, this person's in outer space, this person's inside bread, this one's in a pencil factory. Did you say pencil factory?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, you guys are making things real easy for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, special effects.
Or if you're doing Julius Caesar, and one person really wants a dolphin.
Oh,
I don't know.
Naturally.
yeah.
Sure.
No, that's something I hadn't considered plot wise, because you're going to find out some of the rules of the Maximus Cameratus. And so that could be one of the rules that, it takes so many people to do it. Yeah, I don't want to say too much about that, because I have, some plot points in mind about how the Max Cam actually works. But, from the beginning, it's a collective imagination. But those are some interesting ideas.
Shouldn't the director's ideas have a certain weight?
Well, I mean, I want to do the inside the body thing. I just want to do that. So I'm going to work that in. But
is that the next one, Baron?
It's not what I mean. Oh, what did you mean, Pat? You got something? You can do some smoke signals or something, or
I'm talking about the
write it and hold up a sign.
So either the director or the cameraman ideas for the Max Cam should hold more weight.
Oh, Pat's talking about the rules for the Max Cam. Yeah. So because Pat's the director, Pat's saying,
I see
have the override. Yeah. I speak echo Pat. I get it.
Yeah. Pat's just looking for more lines. Yeah, we got it. Yep.
Okay, Baron, can you tell us what the next adventure is, or are you going to save it for when we shoot the series? The next series.
Well, I can.
This is a teaser.
I can give a little tease. In the very next episode, as you recall, when we left our intrepid gang in the last episode, they had just done their first experiment with the Max Cam, and they transport to this other world. And then the next episode, they're going to be looking at the footage that they shot. And this is going to be interesting to visually present, but the video files is going to show all these different shots, and they'll be like perfectly, titled and everything, like ready to edit, right? Like with just the one shot, it gets all the close-ups and all the angles and all the, right? And they're all perfectly synced, and all you got to do is, right? So that's kind of how the video files will come across, right?
Wow.
So that'll be the beginning of the next episode, because you guys just went somewhere and you filmed something. Now you're going to look at the footage, right? But also in the next episode is where we introduce your antagonist. And that's if I can stay on schedule with shooting this thing, that is going to be played by Pride Pierce, who I know some of you know.
Mhm.
Does everybody know Pride, or is it just Pat?
I do. I know Pride.
Yeah, yeah.
I met him. I met him. He shot one day. He was a cast of that Space Odyssey thing that we shot as well. So got to meet with him, and we chatted for a while we were, in the green room. It was great. Yeah, he's a filmmaker. He's an actor. He's great. I think the film he made is up for some kind of an award right now. So
Yeah,
Oh.
I think he has a film that he just finished, or it's going to be
it's good.
shortly released.
It's good.
Do you know Pride Mirinda? I mean, I don't know the guy very well at all.
I know him. He does not know me.
Oh,
So
No.
okay, but
I follow him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably most like Chris, I guess, because he does the whole shot. Does he write also? He writes also, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, really another really talented individual that's just been doing this stuff for years apparently, and he's going to be his name is Wexel Cordwainer Jones. Kind of a twist on Cordwainer Smith, right? So he is this, tech trillionaire, and he's doing experiments in AI and all of that stuff, the high tech stuff, and he's has designs on getting the Max Cam because he wants to use it for his own devices. So
I see a combat scene coming up.
Yeah.
I see it happening.
Pierre, you're so violent. It's too much Shakespeare, man.
Yeah.
Shakespeare's pretty damn violent, man.
Pride's film is showing on the 28th at one of the Chinese theaters.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Part of a film festival.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, there's an event tomorrow night sponsored by Pat, is that sponsored by the Inland Empire Film Collective and the Desert Empire? Just the Desert Empire Film Foundation. Gotcha. Yeah. So I'm going to go to that and do some networking.
And Chris, you should go too.
Woo. Yeah, let me know. Where is it and what time? All that.
It's in
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
I think it's 6 to 9, and it's in Redlands at the Ritual Brewing Company.
Is it? Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, has anybody heard of that place, the Ritual Brewing
Yeah,
Company?
I've been there.
DM Sydney Ball.
Okay. Yeah, I've just been recently seeing some more posts from that film group. I'd seen things like here and there in the past, and then suddenly I've been seeing a lot of things. I actually reached out to them about doing a one of their podcasts, plug-in our project, and
Cool.
we've done a couple back and forth, and he was asking if the cast would be willing. So I haven't asked you guys about that yet because nothing's been finalized, but yeah, hopefully if that's something you guys want to do. I don't know if we need to travel to the high desert to do it, or if it's completely remote. I'm not quite sure how that works, but thought I'd throw that out there if that comes about. So, plugging each other's projects. And speaking of plugging each other's projects, I wanted to mention Pat. Pat, you just recently shot an episode of your crossover series, and is that still in post? It's still being edited.
That's a scene.
That's a scene
From episode 1.
from episode 1.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. And Miranda, what's your latest projects going on?
I'm working on social media posting and writing comedy songs and auditioning for stuff. So no official project exactly, but a lot of stuff in the works.
Yeah.
Didn't you just get like a milestone, like a massive number of views on one of your videos or something?
I did. I
Okay.
finally went viral. I finally have a viral video, with like 1.5 million views. So we'll see if
Whoa,
that can
no
be
kidding.
turned into anything.
Wow.
It's
And
a really silly.
Where's that at, Miranda? What's the platform?
Just on Instagram. It was just a
Instagram.
silly little video about meds, and I was making a joke, and that of all the things went viral.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome.
So there you go.
Oh, cool. And what did you have specific plans for how you were going to release some of your songs, your comedy songs?
I'm looking for music producers right now, which is brand new territory for me. So they're written. I need help arranging them. I'll need help producing them, mixing, mastering, literally everything that's not just the songwriting part of it. So it's gonna take a little while, but yeah, then I'll probably make some funny, silly videos promoting them, and I'll try to have them on Spotify, etc. That's my plan. We'll see how long it takes.
Then Miranda,
You should
also go
go
to that
to
mixer.
that mixer.
Oh, okay, great.
They said they're hoping to make it where you can say what you're looking for in terms of crew.
I love that. I love when mixers do that kind of thing.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how many music producers there might be at this event, but I'm guessing, Pat, that there very well could be.
You never know.
Pat,
Terrific.
Pat, you should go like this. Howdy, 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 hi. Yeah. There we go.
You can sing around with yourself. Row, row, row your boat. Do that one.
Yeah, Pat, you're standing at the top of the Grand Canyon. Give a shout out. Say hi to everybody.
Just so everyone knows, when Pat usually speaks, there's no echo. This is just
Yeah.
yeah. It's a one-time thing.
It's not a part of her personality, I guess, Pierre.
From now on, Pat's going to speak in like a short phrase and pause. Short phrase and pause. Short phrase and pause.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Pat has a very particular kind of Tourette's.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You repeat. It's great.
Oh, man.
It's funny.
Well, and Chris, is there in particular a film that you're looking to get done in the near future?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking to film something called Claw Machine. That's the working title of the project, Claw Machine, kind of an homage to David Lynch since he passed away.
Oh,
and
nice.
Then I have a feature film. That's a short, and a feature film called Nouveau Lost, which is sort of a retelling of The Sun Also Rises by Ernest Hemingway. So I have these like sort of homage, sort of slash retellings to do before I start branching out into my own works. But right now, I'm just sort of like playing around with some of the masters.
Chris, didn't you just release a 60-second video?
Yeah. I if you guys go on my Substack, you can see a couple of the short films that I've made. There's one with Marinda too. Short films that I made on my Substack. My Substack's called Punch Funk at Substack. So if you just go on Substack, look up Punch Funk, you can find it. Also, I have a book out. It's a book of short stories on Amazon. That's called A Roaring Pause by Christopher Kuhn.
Nice.
Punch.
Huh?
Funk. Punch Funk.
Punch
If
Funk?
you-
Funk.
If you NK.
Punch Funk.
Punch. Funk.
Funky.
Punch
Funky.
Funk. Funk like the lead song in L'MaM Gang.
That's right. Just like the theme song. Got some funky.
Can
Yeah.
But all
Spell
yeah,
it.
that's
Spell it.
pretty much what I got going on. That's
Well,
my
great.
plugs.
Chris, how do you see taking on a feature that seems like a gargantuan task?
I tried one before, and it turned into that short. It turned into like, man, it's a lot of work. So I actually feel better about going into one now, knowing a little bit more about what the budget has to look like. Even if you're doing like shoestring budget, micro budget type stuff, you're still going to need to like feed people and have like makeup and costumes, so you can't necessarily rely on other people to do stuff like that. And you're going to have to like help out with gas, just for people to drive and locations. And so there's a lot more that goes into a feature. I learned when I tried to shoot my first feature. So this second one that I'm getting into, I think it's going to go a lot smoother. And I also learned that if you don't finish your feature, take what you did get and turn it into a short. Usually you can find something. It might not be everything that you wished, but you can find something out of that to tell the tale.
Yeah. Well, I don't know a lot about the whole process of getting some of these things produced and whatnot, but I've heard that that's a very common thing where people do it's kind of a proof of concept type of a video.
That's what we were hoping for. Exactly. We did like a sizzle. So we did our first round of like funding, and we were going to do a second round of funding as a sizzle reel, and it just didn't really go off very well. We were going to do Seed and Spark. I don't know if you guys have heard that out there. Seed and Spark's supposed to be pretty cool for raising funds for films. Like 80% of them on there or something make it.
Yeah, if you follow the rules. Yeah, I actually submitted a campaign for L'MaM Gang to
that's awesome.
Fund the remaining episodes. Yeah, and it's brutal.
Wow.
But if you've done a Kickstarter campaign, it's just it's basically the same thing, but there's more things they want you to do.
I never went through the final submission, so I would love to pick your brain actually about what Seed and Spark is asking for each time.
Sure. Yeah. It's just I mean, literally like a week ago, I submitted the thing, and I just got feedback like the other day. So I'm adjusting some of the incentives and adding just a little bit to the pitch video, that kind of thing. I mean, it's remarkable. I mean, it's like a human being contacts you and writes about, put this over here, and our statistics show that this works better than that.
That's something unique.
Incredible.
That is something unique.
Yeah.
That's good service.
Yeah, and they as far as I understand, it's like by far the most successful platform on the planet for particularly filmmakers. It caters to filmmakers, and they're really on about not just the social media, but also building up an email list.
Yeah.
And different kinds of reaching out, and they want you to have like a third of what you're looking for, like kind of pre-pledged before you even launch, things like that. So it's pretty. They're not hard and fast rules. You can still launch a campaign, but if you follow some of their suggestions, they have like I think it's close to 90% success rate.
90%. Wow. That's pretty damn good.
Incredible. Yeah. It's amazing. And Pierre, here we got to get to you. Do you have some current projects you're either working on or are about to put out?
Multiples, actually. So I was just cast in The Life of Galileo by Bertolt Brecht, which is an amazing journey through some of the more important points of Galileo's life, and he's dealing with the church and with the politics in Italy. When he started pushing the idea, Copernicus's idea, that the Earth was not in fact the center of the universe. So that's going up in the middle of April, and it'll be in Riverside at the Box. So April like 16, 17, 18. That's that. So I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm not Galileo, but I play some of the bad guys. I play the Cardinal Inquisitor that kind of gives him a hard time, and the curator of the university that refuses to give him kind of an increase in salary. So he's a starving scientist, basically. So that's exciting.
Do you have matinees?
Yeah, I have matinees too. And then I'm on the board of Full Circle Players. It's a local theater group in Riverside, and we are doing original plays by local playwrights. And we just announced the semifinals, so you can go on Full Circle Players 1 is on Instagram. You can see the plays. We just selected the top 5 with 25 submissions. Actually, a lot more submissions. We took the top 25 and read them, and we've got 5 semifinalists. And I'm actually directing one of those as well. That's going to be going up in March, I believe. I can't remember the exact dates, but it'll all be on Full Circle Players or fullcircleplayers.com. And then there'll be a new play festival where 3 of those will actually go to be stage readings. So we're doing like semifinals on Zoom, and then we'll do the stage readings will be I'm not sure where, somewhere in Riverside as well. And then in the summer, we're doing Shakespeare in the Park, as we always do. And we're doing 12th Night. And hopefully I will be in that cast. I'll have to do all the Shakespeare. And then in the fall, we're doing Shakespeare's bloodiest play called Titus Andronicus, which is brutal and amazing, and the perfect time because it's around October, Halloween time. So we're doing that over there. So those are the projects that I currently have teed up, and we'll see if anything happens between them. But I'm on the board for Full Circle Players, so I'm pretty hooked into all those things, and I'll be involved in all those projects as well.
Wow. Yeah. So is that a regular thing for you, or you're doing multiple plays a year?
Yeah, I'll do. Last year I did 4, 5. I did. Let me see. I did. Last year I did Narnia. I did twice. I did Romeo and Juliet, and I did 4 plays, and then we did Lazarus Rising, which was a zombie play, which was in the fall. So I did 4 plays. I usually about 4, 1 every quarter or so.
Yeah,
it's my typical pattern. I've done years where I've done like 6 or 7. That's too much. I have to put food on the table, so I got to I have to do my job and those things like that. But yeah, so it's going to be a good year of good theater, and hopefully I get to do a couple of Shakespeare this year and increase my repertoire. Every time I do that, I'm like adding it to the repertoire. It's kind of like a music repertoire, where you learn a piece of music and then you can like, oh, I can play that role, I can play that role. But I'm always trying to do more difficult, more complex, more interesting characters. And I have, before it was like, oh, I want to play, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. And now I'm like, no, now I want to play that evil, Scottish lord who kills the king. I want to play that guy. That's kind of my what I want to do is actually change significantly because I see the challenge and I see the depth in those characters. I'm excited about those things. But we'll see. It's still early in my Shakespearean career, and I'm excited.
Yeah. I noticed everybody nodding their head when you were mentioning all these things, and
yeah,
I'm not very Shakespeare adjacent personally.
You should come to Shakespeare in the Park because it's a very relaxed atmosphere, and it's bring a picnic, and there's kids running around, like people bring their dogs, and it's very relaxed. It's very kind of Titus Andronicus is a whole different thing. You'll feel like you've been hit over the head with a baseball bat when you see that play.
Oh,
cool! Intense. Look, it's very intense. Oh, and then I have another friend. I don't know. It's so weird. It's like universe is speaking to me. Another friend of mine who's been involved in independent filmmaking for years and years, and he called me up kind of out of the blue. He's like, "Hey, we're doing this new film, and I want you to be in the sizzle reel. I want you to be one of the guys in the sizzle reel." So that's coming up as well. So be careful what you wish for. So, because I do want to do more film. I like the genre, and I'm still learning about the genre. It's different. It's very different having done theater for so long. Where you prepare. It's live, and then it's nothing. Film is like you prepare and then you prepare. Preparation is kind of similar to Away with the Lions and stuff, but then when you shoot, that's different because you shoot the same scene like from 10 different angles and then there's reshoots, all these things like that. So that's always an interesting thing to do as well. But then it's forever. And it's forever. You can't film theater. Theater you can film, but it's not. It doesn't translate. Unless you're sitting in the audience or you're on stage. You cannot capture the sense of that. We need the audience for theater. You must have an audience. That's what makes it tactile, makes it real. But film is a whole different. It's like you're screaming and there's no one standing there to scream. To hear your scream, but it's filmed. So you kind of have to use your imagination in a different way. But it's great. I mean, I love it. And because I look forward to more of that stuff.
In theater, no one can hear you scream.
Film.
Yeah, I like that tagline. I think I'll use that in something. Yeah. I never mentioned this when you guys were talking about the transport scene. And originally in the script it was mentioned as ancient Rome and that kind of a thing. It was actually I took the visual cues, the basic image that I used and distorted and added and did think was from A Midsummer Night's Dream,
which is what my monologue is for. And interestingly, that scene, because originally we were going to go to like the Parthenon and have some kind of building behind, but it turns out that scene is very much in a forest. It's when the Duke of Athens comes across all the lovers basically have been passed out, fell asleep, drugged, all those things like that, and it's a fantastical moment. And so it was perfect, and I was like, "That's exactly how I imagined the scene coming out." And my favorite scene in the series so far, by the way, was that moment of the transformative moment. What's going on here? It's great.
It was a lot of fun putting that one together. Did Shakespeare ever do any plays about being inside a body? Is that...
Shakespeare wrote Osmosis Jones.
True fact.
I did not know that.
True fact. Baron, for those folks, and you may do this later, it's before I forget. For the folks watching just this YouTube, because I put it up on Facebook, if they want to watch the entire series so far and those kinds of things, are you going to share that at the end and just let them know how they can how they can see the series and all those things. Oh, there it goes.
Oh yeah, well, glad you asked, Pierre.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody wants to watch, I'm not sure when or if I'm going to put it on YouTube because I'm just the quality on YouTube is just not very good. But anyway, we have a website for our series, and that's an embedded Vimeo file. So that's my one trepidation about putting it on YouTube. I'd like to get it, but I wish there was some way to get the quality up. I had heard that if you export a video file at like 2K, even though it isn't really 2K, but when YouTube gets that file, it'll just automatically not compress it as much because it sees it sees a 2K file and figures, okay, this needs to be better quality, so it doesn't compress it as much. I don't know if that works, but that's something I could try, I suppose.
You could try it with the trailer, see what the quality's like, and then
Yeah,
you could at least put the trailer up on. I think it is on YouTube already, right?
I think that
No.
yeah, I was thinking maybe putting the trailer up there. Yeah, just to kind of get that across. But
Trailer is up on YouTube, isn't it? Trailer is up on YouTube, isn't it?
oh, it might be. I can't remember if I put it up there or not. I think I did. Yeah, I think you're right.
But I'm saying you could do the 2K version, and you can see if that does the compression.
Yeah,
stuff that you don't
exactly.
like, and then you can just as a test. So
just as a test.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Vimeo works really well because it's real easy to embed the video. But the whole social media spread, I don't know much about social media and what works and what doesn't, and so I'm still learning on that end. I tried starting a Instagram page for this thing, and it kept saying we can't do this right now, and I've tried like 3 separate times. I'm not sure what the problem is because it was easy putting up the Facebook page, but Meta, for some reason, when I tried to do it on Instagram, it kept saying we can't do this right now, check back later. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's probably a good idea, right? You guys would concur that this L'MaM gang should be on Instagram as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially for promotional stuff, and then also for doing, behind the scenes and some of those things like that. That's a great place to put those little snippets and things.
Yeah, is anybody doing that kind of thing where you're posting on multiple platforms?
Yeah, you have to cover your bases. Some people will go on some platforms, but not on others. Facebook can be public, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, is anybody currently doing that for your own purposes?
Not yet.
I promote all the stuff, all my theater stuff, and everything that I do. I put everything on Instagram. That's my main public outlet.
Oh yeah. I primarily, when I'm doing like improv shows or something, I'll post it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Only.
Mostly. I mean, it seems to be a place where you can be sort of advertisey, and it's okay. Like Facebook, you can do that too. Instagram, you can do that. Things like TikTok or other social media sites, they tend to, I don't know, it seems like it's not really as used as ads or like, hey, I've got this project coming up, maybe you could support it. It seems like the Meta platforms are a little bit better for that. But
and does anybody here have much experience putting stuff up on YouTube?
A little bit.
Yeah, that's probably why I have most of my social media stuff is on is on YouTube. Obviously, because it's mostly video, not like you can't do it on the other things. The issue I have with Instagram is that you know they will play a landscape video, but it's just like smashed down with a lot of black on top and bottom. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
I wouldn't do full videos. I do little clips, and you can do stuff on there. And then in your bio, you can put a link to Let's Make a Movie Gang. If people want to see the full episodes, they can go there and do it, or to YouTube, whatever.
Yeah. I've done some smaller things. Well, I'll rearrange the titling, and I have to move back and forth. I'll take a landscape video and then make it work for a 9:16 format, and that's pretty quick. It's actually not very hard to do, but I guess that's just one of those things I'm going to have to get better at. Is every time I do a landscape video, take portions of it or stuff, and make a vertical and put that on Instagram, because I have my Baron Von videos on Instagram. So I'll get that done on L'MaM Gang eventually when it lets me.
Yeah, if you get stuck doing the Instagram page, maybe I can help you. Just let me know the title and I'll set it up. Go from there.
Oh, would you?
I manage a bunch of sites for.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice
for my dog and for the Space Epic show. I ran that one, and I do it for the local gym that I go to as well. So
yeah. But before we wrap this up, is that the kind of thing that could I post on your Instagram account, or would it be the kind of thing I would send you material and then you would have to be the one to post it?
I'll give you the username and password. You can log in and you can just do it. And then if you want people to do like an Instagram takeover, you can give them the username and password. They log in and they post a life in the day, or this is my preparation for the show, and then they can post a whole bunch of stuff on the stories and pictures and stuff like that. So we do that with Full Circle, where when we get close to a show, we do an Instagram takeover, and each one of the cast members takes a day, and they say, "This is the day in my life. And like, this is me eating breakfast. This is me brushing my teeth. That's the whole kind of day, and this is me, those things." So that makes it that people are like, "Oh, this is kind of cool. This is a person I haven't seen before, seen their stuff." So it could be fun.
Oh, okay, yeah. I might hit you up on that.
Yeah, just message me. It's fine.
The next time I'm eating breakfast, I'll make sure I do. All right, we're running a little over here, so I want to thank everybody for being on the live cast. Really appreciate your time with this, and I will be seeing you all again. And Pat, I'll at least see you tomorrow night, right? Oh, you're not going to be able to go?
My car is in the shop.
Oh. Okay. Well, so I guess I won't see you there. All right. Well, until your car gets better, I'm sure I'll be seeing you all again fairly soon. So thanks again for being on here.
You're welcome.
We'll see everybody next time.
Woo!
Pat,
let's make a movie, gang.
Pat, give me that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.
Nice.
That was great. Good seeing you guys. See you soon. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Oh, I don't know how. We're all still here. I don't know how to leave. I'll just close it. Bye.